Hey, this is Manifest, and you're listening to the I'm a Fighter podcast. We want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. You see, it's not about how you start, but how you finish. We want to entertain you, inspire you, and educate you. You see, you can't shrink into greatness. You gotta stretch. That's why we got tons of music, stories, and inspiration to keep you locked and keep you fighting for your dreams. This is the I'm a Fighter podcast.
If you're struggling being consistent, that means you haven't fully dialed in your purpose. I'm going to say that again. If you're struggling staying consistent, going after your dream, that means you're not clear on your purpose, because your purpose should drive you through the tough times, through the hard times, through the dark times, not just when it's all blue sky. Because guess what? There's storms, there's times when things aren't working out, and it's rough and it's hard, and it's your purpose that is going to push you through those messy middles, right? Like when it's just all uphill, it feels all uphill all the time, but you need to have that purpose and drive. And another quote I want to share with you is like, look, if your dream doesn't require a team, you're not dreaming big enough. It requires a team, man. You need a team. I was listening to Cardone. I signed up for his Growth Con, and he's really inspired me. And it was the idea that, look, like there's no such thing as a solo entrepreneur, right? Like I used to think like, oh yeah, I'm a solo entrepreneur. It's just me and my wife or whatever. But like, it's not just me and my wife. I got producers. I got other designers than just my wife. I've got record producers. I've got marketers, YouTube ad guys, like video editors, so much. Like it's not just me. I didn't get this done on my own. I've had managers, the record label used to be a part of, the marketing machine and doing this. And it's just like, Spotify is part of my team. And it's just like, if I want to go to where I really want to go, it's going to require more people. And you are going to see a ton more content being produced for Manifest, which I'm really excited about. But I share this because for so long, it's easy to think small. And there's been so many times I hired people and then I couldn't take the financial pressure, couldn't take the idea of managing people because I didn't know how to manage people. And it was easier to run, it's easier to fire than to hire, and that's why I know Dave Ramsey says, hire slow, fire fast. But for me, man, I don't want to fire fast. I want to hire the right person, and I want to figure it out so that I can grow and take this thing to the next level, because I know if it's just me, I'm limited to my talents and my abilities, right? Like I ain't going to be editing this YouTube video. I should be making YouTube thumbnails. I should be either creating this content and writing songs. Like that's my superpower. The question is, what is your superpower? What should you be working on? Who do you need to hire to help you get to your dream, right? Like we were talking to someone, I have an interview with someone that I'm interviewing them and today, and I am interviewing them next week to help me with some stuff. And I know there's more team members that I need to hire to get this dream to the next level, because I can't do it alone. And there's no shame in saying that. Like we all need help, man. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for the people that helped me. And whether you hate or love Donald Trump, I want to share something interesting. Is that the guy that has built a massive brand, he's also the president, whatever your beliefs are, it's whatever, okay? The point is I was watching him do an interview today at the 10X Growth Con. Grant Cardone brought him in, and while he was being interviewed, my email dinged and I got an email from him. And maybe you've been watching my videos and at the same time I sent you an email, or you saw something happening, you're like, man, this guy is everywhere. And it's because of the team. It's because of the systems. Because I'm trying to think like outside of myself and not just be small-minded, right? Like think about how you can clone yourself. Some of the ways I clone myself is, look, I can only be in this place right now, talking to you, trying to inspire you. But when I upload this to YouTube, now I'm reaching millions. When it gets recorded and put as a podcast, I'm reaching more millions, and I'm cloning myself. I think I talked about this before. When I write a song or I perform a song, if I perform a song, start performing on the street, I'm going to maybe reach whoever walks by. If I do it at a big concert and there's thousands of people, I'm in front of thousands. But then we take the time to shoot a music video like we did today. We edit that music video and we put it online, and now it's reaching the world, right? I'm cloning myself. I'm taking the same piece of content and I'm cloning it, right? And I'm putting it out there. It's like the small business owner who has just their t-shirts at a, whatever little event or festival, or you open up an online e-commerce store and you use print on demand, or you ship it to a place and then they do the shipping for you. They do the manufacturing as opposed to you doing everything, right? Like, you want to clone yourself and free your time so you can do more things and get to your dream faster. One of my favorite quotes is success loves speed. How can you get there faster, quicker, more efficient? What's the fastest, smartest way you can do that? One way I clone myself and I leverage my time and I leverage my money is I'm on vacation right now. All right, I'm on vacation, but it's a work vacation. So I do work on the vacation, use the facilities so that I can write it off, right? Like shooting music videos out here, doing work, having meetings, doing different things, talking about business and whatnot. I'm going to be signing all the Kickstarter CDs here really soon. But I'm trying to, again, leverage my time, right? Because like if it was just a vacation, right? And for me, I get bored easily, right? So I like to mix it up, and I just love what I do. Like I don't ever want to retire. Did you know there's no Jewish word for retire? I just want to refire, man. I want to do this for the rest of my life. I want to shoot these videos, inspire you, and tell you that you have greatness inside you, and that you need to be leveling up. You need to dream bigger. You're thinking too small. I want to challenge you, just like I'm getting challenged. I want to do that for the rest of my life, right? And so the point is, though, I could just go on a vacation, and then I wouldn't get to write this off. Then I'd be missing out and showing you guys this and inspiring you, because it's not about bragging. It's about saying, hey man, I want you to level up. I want you to be great. I want you to take your family on vacations and do things that seemed impossible. For the longest time, just being totally transparent, the only time me and my wife used to ever do vacations was always attached to a tour. There always had to be a tour date. I always had to go perform. Had to go. And I love performing. Do not get me wrong. I love performing. I love speaking, all that stuff. We've taken a break. I'm probably going to get out there again soon. But isn't it nice that I can just spend time with my family and it not always be tied to work, but that I can also, just relax and then work when I want to work. And performing has never worked for me, to be honest, but it's the idea. Like, I know my wife appreciates it when I can, be more focused on them or whatnot. And it's not like she was ever against that, but like, man, like not always having to mix the two so much, right? And so today I'm just talking about, look, you need to dream bigger. You need people. Who do you need to hire? Who do you need to get help with? Do you need to hire someone on Fiverr? Is it on Upwork? Is it on Elance or any of the other places? Like, who do you need to ask to get help? When I was writing my book, Fighter, 5 Keys to Conquering Fear and Reaching Your Dreams, like, we wrote the book, I played it I shared it with people, and some people gave me feedback that were like, yeah, it's great. And finally, some people gave me some honest feedback. And I knew deep down, I was like, man, this thing could be better.
We fight, we fall, we bleed, we rise again.
This is Sparta!
The I'm a Fighter podcast. Go to manifest.com/fighters only to join the Fighters Club so I can help you fight for your dreams and coach you every month. Go to manifest.com/fighters only.
It's not good enough. I had to tell myself the truth. And I read a book that I found in California at a used bookstore, and I realized that he thanked his ghostwriter. And I was like, who is this girl? And so I Googled her, found who she was. Her name is Shannon. And I hired her as my ghostwriter to help me write a book. And now I've hired tons of ghostwriters to help write From Red to Black and all this stuff. And so I do the writing, but they help me edit it, reshape it, change it, and make it great. Because I know I can't do this on my own. I can't reach the dream like at the level I really want to be. I'm an author, but I'm not like a perfect grammar guy. In fact, I always tell my wife, she's like, did that email have any mistakes or grammar in it? I said, I always have to leave a few, babe, so that they know it's me. Otherwise, they won't know. I got to have a few errors in there, right? So they know it's manifest, because I'm not very good at grammar. But it's the idea that, like, I'm not afraid to ask for help. And there's no shame in that. I'm not afraid to ask any of my friends to help rewrite my songs or my choruses. right? Like, I'm not afraid to do that because I want greatness, and I'm sure you want greatness too. And you might be like, well, I can't afford that. Well, it's not about your resources, it's about your resourcefulness. And if you don't got money, what can you trade? Can you give them a piece of the action, a piece of the publishing, of the royalties, of whatever, of sales, until you can pay them back, until you have the money? And sometimes it's better that you don't have a lot of money, so you don't spend it stupidly, and you do use your resources and kind of bootstrap it until you do have the money. But that's why I tell so many artists, and please, if you have not read the book From Red to Black, definitely read it, because I share about how I quit my job too early. And you really want to take the money that you're making from your job to fuel your dream. That's what really helped at the beginning with Manifest, is I had that full-time job, and I was able to really fuel money in it to get it going, to get this business started, right? Like, I was bootstrapping. I didn't know what I was doing. I was still living at my mama's house, little mama's boy, living in the basement, trying to rap for you guys, sing. And I was just taking every cent. And it was great that I had this money to keep putting in, and I wasn't stressed. Like, if I had to try and just do my dream full time, it's like, no, I wouldn't have worked. I didn't know what I was doing. And so I was able to make the mistakes while I was still at home and learn the thing until I was making a full-time living with it, right? So I hope that inspires you today. I want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. We never quit. Join the Fighter Club if you have not yet. And dude, go listen to the book Fighter. Read the book From Red to Black. Get your mindset right. Get your purpose right. Get clear. And get your money right. Stop letting money be a master over you and you master it. Let money be a slave to you so that you can enjoy the freedom. You can focus on helping people. You know, I never want to use people to get money. I want to use my money to love people. I think I said that wrong. I never want to use people to get money. I want to use money to love people. So that was right. You know, I just want to focus on helping. And there's nothing wrong with making money. You better believe I don't believe the poverty mentality or anything like that. I'm all about, you know, making money and blessing people and helping people. But you can't give until you first get. And I know for a lot of you, you know, you want to do great things. You want to give to charity. You want to give to your church. You want to tithe. You want to do all these things. But you're afraid of sales. You think sales is dirty. But when really, it's just helping people. Like, if you have something awesome, why wouldn't you sell it to them? Why wouldn't you tell them about it, right? Like, you just want to help people. Like, I believe in my message. I believe in my book Fighter so much. I believe in the book From Red to Black. I talk about it. I believe my music has the power to help people and lead them to Jesus and just hype them up and see them get successful. So I have no problems telling them about it, right? If I ever share a book with you, it's because it's changed my life. One book you should also listen to that I'm really enjoying right now is called Atomic Habits. So good. I'm not even finished it yet. I got to finish listening to it. Hey, I hope to see you in the Fighter Club and talking with you one-on-one live in the video chat. It's on the 10th every single month, 7 p.m. EST. Manifest.com/fighters only.
Yeah, I made it. It's good to be alive. It's good to be alive. Through the hell and the struggle, ring the bell if you hustle, 'cause you made it. Yeah, you made it. If you're not a member of the Fighters Club yet, go to manifest.com/fighters only, where you get access to all my music, unreleased songs, rarities, plus I get to hang out with you and coach you every single month, do Q&A, and help you fight for your dreams. Go to manifest.com/fighters only.